his 400th anniversary this year, and we've been also reading a little bit about Don Quixote, a little bit. So we have a very short play to show Romeo and Juliet.
Benvolio, Romeo's cousin, tried to break up the fight.
Two households, both alike in dignity, from fair Verona where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
Part, fools, put up your swords, you know not what you do.
Tybalt, Prince of Cats and Juliet's cousin, enters. He's a fierce swordsman and Benvolio doesn't want to fight him.
What art thou born among these heartless hinds, turning Benvolio, look upon my death.
I do. Keep the peace.
The fighting is eventually stopped by the prince, who tells them that the next person who breaks the peace will be punished by death.
What ho, you men, you beat, for your mistempered weapons to the ground. These civil wars are very good. By fee, all Capulet and Montague have twice the slip and find of our feet. The life shall pay a forfeit to the peace, once more, all on pain of death, all men depart.
Okay, Montagues, Capulets, they're fighting. Okay, they're fighting. They're not happy.
Old Montague and old Capulet are tired. All the fighting between the two families wears them down, but neither knows how to stop it.
To cheer himself, old Capulet plans a party for that night. He gives the servant a list of all the guests to invite.
Unfortunately, the servant can't read, and the first two people the Capulet servant comes across are Montague, Benvolio and the son of old Montague himself, young Romeo. Romeo wanders around by night and sleeps all day. He is heartbroken, for his love Rosaline will have nothing to do with him.
Meanwhile, Juliet, her nurse and her mother talk about Count Paris, the man who wants to marry Juliet.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love? Our look like if looking like you move.
Okay, so the Capulets, are going to have a party. Their servant has got the list of names but can't read, and so he's given the names to the enemy, being Romeo and Benvolio. Okay, so Romeo and Benvolio are now going to go to the party of their enemy. Okay?
The Montagues go into the party dressed in their disguises. They wear masks to hide their faces from Tybalt and the other Capulets they fought only yesterday. The musicians play and people dance in their fancy clothes. There's much laughing and happiness.
What lady is that? Oh, she doth teaches and torches to burn bright.
Juliet's cousin Tybalt recognises the Montagues, and they are forced to leave the party, just as Romeo and Juliet have each discovered the other's identity.
Tybalt picks a quarrel with Mercutio, and his friend Mercutio is accidentally killed as Romeo intervenes to try to break up the fight.
Mercutio lays dying and blames his death on Romeo and Tybalt.
A plague on both your houses.
Romeo pursues Tybalt in anger, kills him, and is banished by the prince for the deed.
Juliet is anxious that Romeo is late meeting her and learns of the fighting from her nurse. Friar Lawrence helps Juliet by providing a sleeping potion that will make everyone think she's dead. Romeo will then come to her tomb and take her away. When the wedding party arrives to greet Juliet next day, they think she is dead.
The friar tries to warn Romeo to come to the Capulets' family monument to rescue his sleeping wife, does not get through, and Romeo, hearing instead that Juliet is dead, buys poison in Mantua.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Romeo persuades him to sell some poison.
Okay, hold it there. Right, so Juliet has taken the potion which makes everybody think she is dead, but she is not. Romeo hears that she is dead and cannot live without her. So he goes and buys some poison.
Come, cordial and not poison, go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Romeo returns to Verona and goes to the tomb, where he surprises and kills the mourning Paris. As he lays Paris's body in the tomb and turns to his Juliet, she of course appears to be dead, and Romeo is more sad than he's ever been.
Ah, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous?
Romeo takes the poison.
Oh, cruel apothecary, thy drugs are quick, thy with a kiss I die.
As the drug takes hold and Romeo dies,
Yea, Lord, then I'll be free, O happy dagger. This is thy sheath, there thrust and let me die.
the friar returns with the prince, the Capulets, and Romeo's father. The deaths of their children lead the families to make peace.